Um, we go. Yeah. Cash flow is the most important thing. So, if that's how you actually, I mean, you go to your job for cash flow, so you might as well create your own cash flow. And that's kind of like it's big on what we do, as you know. What's up, Erica?
What's up?
How's the money? I see you got them cars. They pushing or what?
Yeah, they're good. I had like a little hiccup with the Jeep, but I took it to the body shop and then the renter basically just paid me, so now I get to pay it. So we're good.
Awesome, awesome. So, yep, yeah, you gotta, as you guys know, you gotta protect your assets. Gotta have the right insurances in place. You gotta have the right coverages. That way, these cars can continue to make you money. Um, I mean, and that's what you guys have me as your mentor for, so that I can make sure that you guys are always profitable. You guys are always making money, and you guys are always in a position to get more money. You know what I mean? Sometimes we want to get more money, and that's what it's about. Um, Gina, welcome to the team. I see you. I know you move forward. Let's win. It's your turn.
I'm trying. I'm definitely trying.
Yeah, yeah, you ain't gotta try. You ain't gotta worry about trying too hard. We got you covered. I'm sure that the people in this, within this chat in this community can um, speak for me. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna go through hiccups as business owners, right? We're gonna go through hard times and struggles, trials, and tribulations. But now that you're with a mentor, you have the access to the materials.
Yes.
It makes it a little bit easier. It's just like any other job. Every job you've had a mentor. I mean.
Yeah.
You had
Yeah.
some sort of training.
I would much rather get the struggles now and hit all the roadblocks now and get the hiccups out of the way now instead of getting all of this, and being like so close to funding and then having a hiccup and having some sort of roadblock put in the way and the check is right there and in my hands and I can feel it, but I just can't touch it because another roadblock comes. So I'd much rather get that out of the way now, get it done and over with, and then be ready to go when it comes time.
100%. Yeah, you're exactly right. And you got the mindset exactly where it should be whenever you're, doing something like this, right? Make sure we don't have no roadblocks. Make sure there's no issues happening. Make sure there's nothing going on to the point to where we're like, damn, why wasn't I told this? You know what I mean? Why wasn't I informed
Mhm.
on this happening? And that's why we have these discords, right? Those private Discord channels so that we can communicate about those type of things and make sure that we get those things taken care of. Give me 1 second. Let me put this light in here. They get a little light in this mud. Little dog in here. There we
And
go.
then question for you too. So when I am like through the Discord and like have the I uploaded all of my stuff for the credit repair and I'm not I know that it just happened, but do you have like kind of a general idea of when we should start seeing stuff popping up on the dashboard for that, saying that like they're sending out letters or contacting people and letting people know?
Sometimes you're gonna get items in the mail and stuff before the portal's not always the most accurate when it comes to a secure portal for us. You're gonna see it reflected on your credit report probably before you see it within the portal. Or we'll send the updates out every month. So every month you're gonna get an audit and a summary. That's our way that we can hold you guys accountable as well. Because some people come in here and they're like thirsty for funding, 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 and then they go out and do that. Summary is going to expose everything that you do. Because when we delete stuff and we get stuff removed, it pops up as deleted. But when you
Mm-hmm.
guys add stuff, it exposes you and says that you added things. So if we're going out, your first onboarding message says, don't pull your credit, don't
Yep.
go buy new stuff, don't do any of that type of stuff. So you're technically, breaking the rules in a sense. I'm not like, hey, we're done here, but you're technically breaking the rules because you're slowing down the process on something that we're trying to get. We want you funded and operating as quick as possible. Like in a
Mm-hmm.
sense to where it's like I'm not like as I'm washing my hands, but I'm done with you. But in a sense of like you need to be out on your own and go through these, not just seeing it and thinking about it isn't the play. You got to actually do these things. You actually got to run these plays. Um, and you only
Okay.
set yourself further behind when you do when you don't listen and when you don't listen to the guidance basically. But
Yeah.
that's why we let you know you're gonna get an update every single month. it'll be a summary and an audit, and it'll kind of tell you where we're at, where you're at, what we fixed.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. Tyson, my man, welcome to the team, my brother. So as you know, Tyson and Gina both been in the community for a minute. Well, Tyson's been there a lot longer than Gina. Tyson was there super active, got real busy, work, life, things happen, right? And then he went a little bit inactive. Then he came back active, ready to work, and now he's a student. So he actually didn't only get the DIY course materials, right? Not he didn't get the Turo Power Playbook, right? He went with the whole mentorship, and that's the play. That's the key. That's the only way you're going to really level up and do something different. I mean, you might as well invest in something that's going to be done for you. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally a proven blueprint. Follow the blueprint, and that's how you win. You just have to listen. You got to follow the steps. You can't slow us down. If you slow us down, we get it. We understand there's hard times and people go through financial struggles and things like that. It might be, we understand that. So we're not, that's why I say we don't just wash our hands and we're not done with you when you do things. But if you was to come at us like, hey, what's up with the funding? And it's like, bro, you just got a late payment. You just got a brand new collection. You gotta wait. You gotta wait longer now. Like, we trying, but I just want people to understand that this is a system. This is created as a system. I got staff that does this. They dispute and do this for you guys.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Tyson.
So, prior to me actually signing the agreement with you, and all the paperwork being finalized, I actually got approved for a Navy Fed American Express card and a Mercury $2,300 credit card.
Mm-hmm.
So those haven't populated on my credit report yet because they're brand new. I got the inquiries removed, so there's no sign of these cards coming. And you guys are going to start repairing my credit, and it's going to look like I just applied for these and got them.
No,
that's not the case.
Got you. No, yeah, and I think then you said that in the group in the Discord chat or no?
No.
You told me on the phone though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, you're fine. You could say that to Nico and them in the group. It's just gonna pop up as new debt, but you already removed the increase. That's the most important thing. That way it doesn't set us back for like funding when that comes. But those low limits they're not tripping off that. They tripping when you go put another 20, 30,000 on yourself. Then they're like, damn, like now you in the garden. The garden don't hit you that hard if it's like 5K or less,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know you say 20, but getting a $3,000 to $2,000 credit card is still a big win in my heart.
Well, that's good, and that is a big win. Wait till you experience these. Wait till you experience some real big wins, right?
I cannot wait.
It's gonna be Erica. When we went
What's
to Navy Fed, her highest limit credit card before she even started with us, but her highest limit was like 6,700.
Yeah.
In fucking 20 minutes, we sat in Navy Fed's parking lot. I went in, we got the account. Boom. How much did Navy Fed get you right away?
20.
20,000, a 20 piece. So don't think that it's like it's not. And she posted it obviously in the wins, right? But she's here, so obviously she's gonna speak about it. Like, you just don't know that. You don't have the access to the knowledge to think about that. You're like, damn, I got a 5K card. I'm good. That's big money. No, they can really give you 50. They can give you 100. They can give you bigger amounts. We just got to build it to that, which is what we do. That's a part of what we do. We make sure that we build you to that level. So
Definitely patience is key. So just like listen to what he is saying because he is not going to steer you the wrong way. Just be patient. Be patient.
So I do want to speak on the credit stuff. So I went in and tried to myself because I know Trevor said to you can work your magic on the credit situation as well. So I called CarMax and I tried to do like a goodwill adjustment, but they were just like, oh no, we just can't do it. We can't do it. So I don't even really know like what to do at this point. Like I know you guys are repairing my credit, but it's just still like they don't want to let up. And even before I started with you guys, I tried to do the goodwill adjustment, and CarMax just not letting up.
And it's CarMax, and is that for an inquiry or is that for like the profile?
That's for the profile. I was in a car accident, so I had missed 2 payments. So I'm in the 60-day mark, and they just don't want to do anything.
And they don't want to. Man, I would just say obviously let my team do their thing. You know what I mean? Because my team is definitely gonna make sure that they gonna knock it off. It just may be a little bit more of a time thing just because of the way CarMax is acting about it. It's CarMax. I don't even know why they should be tripping. They act like
Exactly.
Navy Fed or something.
I know, right?
Yeah, but no, we'll definitely handle that, right? Like all those type of any of those when it comes to them loopholes and things like that, we definitely got that, and our team does that. Once they can't dispute, they can't get it off on the first go around, they can't get it off on the second one, nothing like that, right? That's when we get the legal team on them, and then we get stuff off. Destiny Jones is one of them. She one of the ones who just came in and uh she got a repo off in like 3 months. Most repos be sticking around for a long time, right? Like so. Just to have it, just to jump in and have a repo removed like that that'd be life changing. That
Okay,
could
so
stop her from all kind of stuff.
right. So the late payment happened December 2023 and then January 2024. In order to actually really qualify for funding, it would have to be older than 2 years, right?
Um, you talking about the late payments?
Yes. Because if I can't get them removed and I wanted to get the funding,
We can
the late payments would have to be 2 years or older, or it can't be none on there.
no, we can get them. We can get late payments off. It just is a longer process to get the late payments off. Like we can get lates off. Um, and then collections. Obviously, you know how we get them off. We just delete the whole account. Do it that way. Uh, but yeah, were you told that we couldn't get those off?
No, I was just trying to help you guys.
Oh, I mean, you could. I mean, obviously, I mean that's proactiveness, right? That's like that is much appreciated. That's one of the things to speed things up, right? But if they not cooperating with you, we'll do it for sure.
Okay, so I am coming up on my 30th day anniversary, which is April 4th. So I should get like an update soon.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, shit, it might be gone. You never know.
Fingers crossed.
Yep, for sure, for sure. Um, so Mr. Milton, glad you're here. Miss Hannah, glad you here and joined the team. You was on our last live call. Mr. Jesse, where you at? I think I already know you got your cars, right? You talked to Jeremy and got cars and you got your funding. You did your own funding. That's right.
Yeah.
You did your own funding. Tell me about it. Let me know what's going on. Give me an update.
So the credit apps are in for the funding. So I just haven't got the approval and the cards yet.
Mm-hmm.
I got to circle back with a couple of them because email and call take some time.
For sure.
But I did get with Jeremy. I got 3 cars coming. Got a brand new Ram coming.
Okay.
Got a 2020 Charger coming. I got a Trailblazer coming.
Okay.
They are on the truck.
Oh,
So we're
they about to be at they about to be at the doorstep.
Yeah.
So as soon as you get them, you know what we say, you gotta don't waste no time. You might can drive them for a day or two, but don't waste no time. Get the pictures taken, shoot the VIN, get the VIN numbers and upload them ASAP. You know, if you want to enjoy one for a little bit, you can snooze it, you know what I mean, and do your thing, but get it out, get it booked, and start making some money, man. That's what it's about. Erica, whenever you listed your car, when did you get your first booking after you listed it?
That's basically like that same day, next day. Um, but I will say that I will never, ever, ever do Ricky mistake, like do a 1 day trip because that was crazy, like having to deal with that mess. So now it's like on a 2 day minimum.
Yep.
At least because that's what works for me. And then like the automations was like super helpful. Like Marcus was really helpful with that. I'm trying to think of who else was super helpful with the automations. But once I started putting that in and like figuring out, okay, when's the best time for it to be sent, I feel like that helped a lot too. And then just making sure like all the guests know exactly like what you want or yeah, like your rules. Just make sure like like exactly what you want to happen in your car and they're going to listen to you. And make sure to take pictures every single time. I did another rookie mistake yesterday. My claim got denied for like a reimbursement for gas because I didn't take a picture of the gas tank before I dropped it off. So I have the receipt. But now I know, like, and it wasn't really my fault per se. It was like a situation where I had to go pick them up because they went to the wrong address. So I was like, sure, I'm in the area. Let me go pick you up real quick. So just a lot of stuff was happening in that moment that I just, let it slip my mind. But I mean, $30 is $30, so it's fine.
And then you got the business credit. You just use that. Use that to pay
um,
for
yeah, I mean, it's fine.
it.
I'm not
No,
worried about it. But another rookie mistake.
yeah,
But I would say that
taking them.
That Jeep there, man, I don't know what it is with that Jeep. They want it. It's hot.
Yeah, I mean, and like she was saying, like obviously you're gonna go through these things and make the mistakes, but it was booked right away. 2 day minimum is the play. I've always ran a 2 day minimum. The only way I would run a 1 day minimum is if I got like an exotic, like a Urus. Maybe I want it to be $800 a day 1 day because they might not book it since it's so high for more than 1 day. So your exotic cars, those are the ones that you put on 2 day. I mean, on 1 days, and everything else, put it on about a 2 day minimum. Your economy cars that you go like real cheap on, like $30, $40 a day, you can put them on a 3 day minimum. And it just makes you work less. You know what I mean? The longer they have it, makes you
Yeah,
work
for
less.
sure.
And then you get them motherfuckers on private rental and rent to own. That's the ultimate play because then you ain't even got to worry about the car. Like, hey, give me my down payment, give me my weekly payment or my monthly payment, however you do it with your clients, right? And then if they done, give it to somebody else. Here we go. Let me get another. Here we go, another down payment and run the play again with somebody else. The money never ends. What we got in the chat? Somebody wrote something. Let me see. Recently put my 2 day minimums is the play. Um, what do we got here? Somebody, Hannah, I think it was Hannah wrote in the group, the dream vehicles. Was that you, Hannah? You put the dream fleet out?
No, that wasn't me. That was somebody else.
Oh, it was Gina. It was Gina. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I did it. Just starting to like think about my like dream fleet, and then I'm more pushing for me myself, and what I want is more of the Airbnb and rental properties. That's more of what I'm thinking about, but definitely I'm still kind of going with the Airbnbs because I figure this was my thought is if somebody's going to fly into town and rent my Airbnb, why not give them a car? Like,
Mhm.
obviously, they're still going to have to rent it, but why not put a car into the mix and do it as a package so that way they're not
Mhm.
having to go through some rental car company in order to have a car? So, do it as a package. So, that's kind of why I was thinking the cars and the rental properties is what I was thinking. Is that
Yeah.
a good play or no?
No, that's actually a awesome play. I did it in Dallas. I have an Airbnb in Dallas, and that's what I used to do. I used to have a Tesla out there, and I would literally, you're gonna make your money off of like I had the price of what that rental daily would in the Airbnb as well. That way, as long as even if somebody books the Airbnb, at least my car is being paid for. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if my normal was 128 a day for my Airbnb, I might have made it 188 a day. So I get the 60 or $50 for the car. You get what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
and then I would still obviously double dip them on trip. Like, hey, look, I would have it in my bio for the Airbnb. I see you're coming in town to visit. If you book our Turo rental, you get a discount on it. And I would just give them 10% off, 10% discount when they book the Turo car if they book my Airbnb. That you just got to send them the money right off
Yeah.
the platform. So if they book the Airbnb and then they get the Turo rental and the Turo rental was, just say it was 300. Nah, it ain't gonna be that high. I mean, yeah, say it was $300. You would send them like, you would take it $30 off. You make it like you
Yeah.
send them $30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
like they're saving 10%. I used to run that play because why not? And it can still operate Turo if a guest is there or not. Turo can still operate too. It's just assets.
Mm-hmm.
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and I mean that is obviously that's a genius thing to do. Yeah, the cars you got are awesome. They really do. You just got to be careful on personal. make sure one of them make sure that you can make money. The main thing we want to do is be profitable. So when we get, if we're shopping 80, 90, $100,000 vehicles or whatever it may be, remember that you're still held liable for that payment if the business isn't working at that time or whatever it may be. So you always want to make sure you got some good economy cars in there. That way you can make money to at least pay for that high dollar dream car that you want.
Definitely. Yeah.
And it goes by the market too. If you're in a good market, then you ain't gonna have no problems.
Yeah. Up here in my market, it's definitely, I think, is more of economy cars. And you know, that's kind of, those are just dreams that I have. Not just necessarily for the Turo business, but more of my personal cars that I would put into my attaché.
We're gonna chase them dreams. We're gonna make sure we go achieve them. My boy
Heck yeah.
Birth. My boy Birth. What up? Mule. My brother on here. That's
Yes, sir.
That's an ex NFL running back for those of y'all who don't know, and the wealth stock investment partner we got coming in here to get some car rental gems and tips and tricks and such. Did you finish your pay process? You got all squared away with Trevor?
All good, all good. Yep.
Let's go. That's good shit. So yeah, Jesse, yours are on the truck on the way there, and then you listing them, right?
Immediately. I got a photographer lined up already. So I'm gonna give them to him for a day. He's gonna take some pictures, and I'm gonna get the listing going.
Hell yeah, brother. That's the stuff that we like. That's what and the photographer play is obviously that's smart. You know, that obvious it gives your Turo fleet a better look, a better feel, right? Like it makes them really feel like, yeah, like damn, this is super professional. This is super. I definitely, this is something that I definitely want to, you know, somebody I want to book with, right? It's perfect for your fleet. Judah, where we are at, who let's start shooting some questions now. We've been given some game, we've been given some knowledge. Everybody that's on here. Oh, Miss Erica, welcome to the team. Obviously, those of you who don't know, Erica moved forward with us. She became a mentee as well. So clap up. You know, time to, you know, she had a conversation with us previously, you know, prior to, you know, a couple months ago, and then now she made that step, joined, you know, took the leap of faith, and we about to level her up and get her to that next level. So she's next one to win. Gonna be on these calls with you, talking about her wins as well when we get to that level. So what we got? Any questions? Hit me with some insurance claims. Erica, I know you got some. I already know you got some. She in that water. She in that water right now with the cars. So anything
I am.
about the other day, let me know. You know, she had an accident already and stuff like that. So let's go ahead.
I will say the accident got taken care of. The client didn't want to go through insurance. We spoke over the phone. I was like, I'm gonna go get some, you know, some quotes. Honestly, only went to one guy and he wrote it up real quick and she sent me the money right away. Like,
perfect.
So it's getting taken care of on the 11th because it's actually been renting out right now because it's not totaled. It's just like a little scratch here and there. So no reason to take it off the platform and not continue to make money. But just wait for it to not be booking and then go run it up there for a day.
Soon as it's off book, snooze it for a couple days. That way it gets fixed and then unsnooze it and give it back.
Yep. And then as far as insurance, I don't want to say I'm having the biggest struggle, but I already had to do like private insurance on like the Tesla, the Mini, I don't even know what else I paid for already, but they all hit my personal insurance. What is another way that if my daughter drives one of the cars, because she's not 25 yet, that she is able to be covered under the cars for that, like if something were to happen and she's driving one of the cars.
So my only knowledge was kind of like what we were talking a little bit about the other day. Is the only thing I really know is, I mean, I only use really Turo, Tint, or ABI because ABI and Tint are the cheapest. And if they're not letting you, due to the state regulations or whatever it may be, if they're not letting you list her as a driver in like as in a driver in your household to do it, then I really might not have a loophole for that. But Most
Hmm.
of the time, to be honest, it's not incidents. There's plenty of times where that driver wasn't, it doesn't matter about that, right? Like one of my staff members, three, his name is Three, he's 19.
Hmm.
He drove my cars, he wrecked my Tesla. They're not really going after the person, they're going after the insurance. The police
Right.
officer will ask who was driving on the report and shit. Hey, that was my daughter was driving my daughter. And then obviously you're going to pay your deductible with your insurance company. Yeah, they could possibly, if they're like, oh, well, your daughter's not on here, I'm dropping you. If they're dickheads, they'll do that. If they're cool, you're going to pay the deductible and get it paid for and be done. But
So even if I use Tint or ABI, like as long as I pay the deductible, should
just
be
have,
good.
yeah, just have insurance. Like, and you know what I mean? Like, just always carry something to protect. There's no way possible that, like, I'm trying to make money, right? So
Hmm.
I'm gonna, you give me an inch, I'm gonna take a mile, bro, of what I can take.
I mean, that's what
If
I'm
you
trying
drive,
to do right
that's
now.
what I'm saying. If you're driving my car and you get in that, you could just borrow my car. What's this? The same shit as your child driving it. If you were to borrow my car right now to run to fucking Walmart and someone smokes you in the car, right? And not smokes you, but hits the car,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. It doesn't matter regardless. Somebody, when there's an insurance claim or something going on, somebody's trying to sue somebody because everybody's broke as shit. So
Hmm.
you know what I mean? That's how that shit works. So you're already gonna, it doesn't matter. That's already gonna happen. So you might as well, hey, yeah, I was borrowed, I had to go to work, or he let me borrow his car, or my daughter was driving to work, or whatever it may be, but we have insurance. They just want to see the insurance. They want to make sure the car is covered,
Okay.
not tripping off of who be in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like ever a major thing. I always say list them as drivers in your household or on your policy. If possible, list it because it just protects you more. But I
Right.
if Florida's not letting it happen until they're 25, I'm not gonna go pay. If that was my situation, I'm not gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go pay all personal policies, 300, 300, $900
No,
in
I don't
insurance.
want to do that.
Right.
I just did it because they wouldn't even release the cars to me until I had that. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
because
I at
that's a
least had to
law.
pay for a month. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'll just do this for a month
Well, yeah,
and then
no,
wait till the following time to like put them all together on Tint or ABI.
yeah, don't even
Um,
wait. Right now, go ahead and put everything on tent. As soon as you get your policies, you drop your other one, show them proof of the new one, and you drop your other one, and it's wraps. Like, that's it.
okay. And then,
Same thing as a renter getting it. Fuck it. Say your daughter was renting the fucking car from you. It don't matter. That's what they cover that shit.
okay. Um, and then as far as, because I didn't get gap insurance through like the dealer. You know, I just got like bare minimum, like
Oh, you're supposed to get gap insurance every time. I
I didn't
told
get
you
gap
that
insurance.
in text messages. I told you that.
Oh,
You got to gap. You got to gap everything.
okay.
That's like super important. I know your USAA one got gap because it comes on that. It comes with it. I mean, not USA, Navy Fed. You
The
got
Navy Fed, yeah. Well, I know I got gap on the Mini for sure because that I had to make sure that the Kia was rented out so I can drive my dream car.
right. You got to get
Um,
gap on everything. So even if you got to go back to the dealer and buy it out of pocket, or go to Navy Fed and see if they get, you got to get gap on everything. And I know I said that in the text. I stress that because I've been in a situation where something got fucked up and I lost
mhm,
money because I didn't have the gap. So I had to come out like 8 grand to pay the
mhm.
difference. I didn't want my credit to be fucked up. At that time, I was running funding and getting a bunch of cars. So
Yeah.
I had to pay that. I took that loss. I mean, I had credit, so I was good. I just used my credit anyway to make
Hmm.
money, but I had to take that L. You always get gap. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck if the makes the note go up $40 or $400. You need it.
Okay.
So I go
Well,
back them dealers and double check and make sure you got gap on. See what
well, I know that they said some insurances also like provide it extra a month.
you can ask them, but it might be higher. I'd rather it had just been rolled into my loan. That's always the play. Roll that shit into your anything that you can roll into your loan. You gotta pay your car note anyway. So anything that you can roll into your loan, just roll it into your loan.
Okay. I'll go back to them and see what they can do.
Yeah, for sure, bro. You can't you can't miss that. That's a play. Hold on, let me see. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Yeah, you always got to have the gap is the most important thing. So you better get that shit fixed ASAP. Because if some, I mean, you're gonna have to pay the difference. The more it's a depreciating asset, right? Like it's a car,
Right.
but it's a depreciating asset. So the better you cover it, um, it's gonna depreciate right when it goes off the lot. So you might as well
Yeah.
get a gap that way you can protect it. What market I don't use none of that shit, Tyson. Everybody, people can. I don't use none of that shit. I go to current location and I start filtering stuff and I go off my own analysis because I ain't ran no other softwares, private rental. I ain't ran no private rental softwares, nothing. I feel like shit. I feel like I can do it better. Like fuck. I mean, how many times have we been told? I mean, I don't know, bro. Fuck them. I mean, you can do it. You know what I mean? But it's easier for me to just go to my current location, filter how many cars got free delivery. Okay, these are the type of cars they got. This is the prices. There's not one Range Rover on here. I'm getting a Range Rover. I can just literally filter everything within the platform to know exactly what I want to get and put in the fleet that's going to be profitable. Because those analysis things are just, I mean, I feel like those softwares, I mean, they're okay, but I used it for Airbnb and my Airbnb didn't hit like it was. I had to go get another one. The Airbnb made it look like, oh, so many, you're right here at this place. Like it's deeper than that. They just go off of like the basic shit. Like there's 2 million people here. There's this many people that travel. This is what you're gonna make. That shit don't be right. I want to do it on my own. So I do my own market research and I teach you out within the I'll do a class for sure and I'll drop it in there. But I think it's already in the classroom on market research. I already kind of break that shit down for you. Um, and if I don't, and if it's not clear in there, if you ask me a question in the school, and then obviously bring it to the next call for sure. That way I can, make sure I get that answered. But yeah, that's how I did it. And then you'll never fail by using the economy route. That's never going to be a bad vibe. But as far as like using any of that type of software, I don't really do it. It's not it don't fit for me. Corey, what's up, my brother? Welcome to the call. Leo, I seen you join too. Kenny as well. What's up, family, friends, and winners? Let's go.
Hey,
Go ahead, Hannah.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good?
Uh, so for those of us that didn't get the package that includes, to go with Jeremy Tate, have you heard of Car Putty and would you recommend going through them maybe instead of like going to like different dealerships to get vehicles? Would you recommend going through Car Putty?
I mean, there's another part in the classroom I want you to look at, and it's called like how to leverage at the dealership. I mean, you can use that training and what I'm telling you to do in there, and you can go to any dealership. You just got to make sure that you go into the dealership and you're holding the power. You got to know what to go in with the dealer what to say. Erica and me went car shopping together. I handle the dealers. I put them on like this is what it's gonna be my I make the decisions. You're not about to this is what I want. This is what the payment's gonna be. This is that. And if you can't make it happen, then I'm gonna go down the road because I know where I'm at on credit. I know how much capital I got. I know what the competitors' prices are. And if you know it's different when you come in here and you get your credit optimized, and you're in a position to where you actually hold the leverage at the dealership. It's different than growing up and what we used to know is buying a car is like, oh, I can do this. No, bro. Like you're gonna hold that power. But at the end of the day, we got hold on 1 second. At the end of the day, like when you're structured that way, you can you run that play. But you can always upgrade to the other packages as well. Like it's not you can always do that. Like, and we suggest you use the bank's money to do that, right? Like, you don't want to come out of more of your pocket. Go get you some capital, or let us get you some funding, and then you go do it that way. Um, But you had to, I don't know. When I go to the dealer, I'll go to any dealer. When I look for cars, when I'm car shopping, I look at the first I look at the first number of the car. And then and then you can kind of estimate where the payment's going to be based upon the market, how the market is right now. So where the market's at right now, it just double that first number. That's going to be around what your payment is. So if it's a $30,000 vehicle, your payment going to sit around 600, six something, a $40,000 vehicle, your payment going to sit around 800. You got to consider like, your gap and your warranty and stuff. We don't even get extended warranties. I hope no one got extended warranties that's already built their fleet unless you just personally wanted it, but there's no need in it. You're going to run them for a year. You're going to trade up, go get more cars and do the play again. Or you'll get out of the business, or you'll keep scaling and keep growing and getting more. So at the end of the day, you don't need the extended warranty. I'm trying to keep it for about a year, right when it's starting to be like, okay, I might lose if I don't trade it in now. Then I go trade it in so I can break even, get something else in my business. Yeah, you're gonna get, obviously it's equity, right? You're in equity, your payment might go up a couple $100, but you're getting something brand new that can generate more revenue, more income. So I never do the extended warranties or nothing. Just give me the factory warranty. I want, I want obviously to as much as possible to try to put it in the LLC's name. It doesn't hurt you if you put it in your personal. Right? That's still a good thing. You can always refinance 6 months later auto. They won't deny that unless you like haven't been paying your bills and shit. But you can always refinance. In the beginning, it's hard to get it off the rip, but we try to structure it as much as possible so you can get them all in the business off the rip. And then you hold the power in the dealer. Look at that part in the course, and it'll probably open your eyes to a lot more.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. Leo, you came off mute. You got something?
Oh man, I didn't even mean to come off mute. No, I'm just soaking up the game. Soaking up the game. That's where I'm at.
For sure. Let's keep it. Let's keep sponging. We sponges in here. Corey, how you doing? I know you got the cars landed. You and Eric have been talking, doing some networking and things like that. What are we looking like?
Yes, sir, man. First month, I called it like my soft opening, I had about 15, 16 days on the platform with 3 of the vehicles. The other one I had about 10 days. And I think I cleared about $4,500 or so for the month earnings. So for first month, one of them had a recall on it when I got it from Germany that I had to get taken care of right away.
Wow.
So that kind of hurt me on utilization overall. But
fucking Jeremy.
Yeah. The other 3 were right around like 70% utilization already for the month of March. So
beautiful.
Looking sitting nice for April so far. About 50% already booked up for the month on them.
Hell
Can't complain right now.
Yeah, keep it going, man. Keep it pushing, and I know you're doing I think I seen. I don't know if you posted it in I don't know if it was the community or your social media, but I see you're actually present with your customers. You're talking to them. You're communicating with them. That way you can build that relationship so you can push them. Eventually, you want 100%. You can push them off the platform and they just rent from you, only you. Keep Turo on your side for now. Keep them protected. But at one point, you're going to be like, damn, bro, I want all my money, bro. Fuck, you going?
Hey, I'm already at that point. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
I put the very first booking I had on there the 75 plan. When I seen that earnings come in compared to what I fucking could have made, I was like, oh hell no. So everything went right to the 90 plan.
Hey, that's what I did too, Corey.
Yeah.
Nope. I wasn't making that mistake again. I lost like another $100 on that first booking because of that. Yeah, it's crazy because I got the QR codes in the car, just like you talked about. I've done that. I make, man, my old man was a used car salesman for 30 years. So I got that shit in my blood, right?
Oh,
so I can pretty much talk to anybody. And, I meet every single one of these customers and try to make that relationship. But so far I haven't had any back-to-back bookings or anything like that, like comebacks. But I push them all. I keep telling them, like, look, you want to save money on a booking. I want to make more money off a booking. Let's do this on the side. You got insurance. That's all we need.
Yeah.
And, just haven't come back around just yet. So, but yeah. Hey, I kind of jumped on here a little bit late, but I heard somebody was talking about maybe purchasing from dealerships. And, my crazy ass, I follow a whole bunch of Toro shit on Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And I ran across a post today that I talked about Westlake Toro fleet financing. I think that's what Toro is offering. I imagine so. Right? Have you heard about that yet? Or looked into it at all?
I did hear Turo had a. I wish he was on here. I did hear that Turo had a finance company. He's not on my phone either right now. But his name is Chris. Hit him up in school. Christopher Presley's his name. He does options. He does a little bit of trading too. But he said they were. He was like, bro, I couldn't get. They wouldn't give me shit, and they wouldn't definitely wouldn't put nothing in the business name. He said they were kind of stiff. Like it was like I don't know. It might have just been a harder hoop to jump, maybe, but that might be his. I didn't ask no details of his situation or nothing like that. Like his business already been go. I'm only there at that point when your business is jumping and thriving. I'm there to help if you need help. Like you know what I mean. If oh man, Trev, I got a late payment, bro. It's a bad month. Help me out. You know that's what I'm there for. Hey Trev, man,
Yeah.
look, I need more funding. What do I need to do to get more funding? That's what I'm there for. Whenever you know you're already going. But if you don't need it, and then I'm not obviously in there looking every single day. But his credit compared to, I don't know where y'all are both at. You get what I'm saying? But he said it was kind of tough. He was like, they wouldn't give him shit. So he's actually hit up Kane. He was like, hey, Kane, can you pull my report, look at it and see is there anything we can do? That way I can either go with y'all's guy or I can, go reattack it with the Turo. I didn't know their name, but I knew it was like a finance company with Turo or some shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop. I screenshotted the post today, so I'm just gonna drop it in the community under like the questions or whatever, and just see if anybody's actually looked into it because it's pretty interesting, man. It looks like you can run a lot of play off that thing if you're in the right position, I guess.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop it. And that way I can, I'll hit up some people that I got some heavy hitters in the game. So I'll hit them up too and see if they used it. And see what there's got to be. If it's Turo involved, there's some type of catch. So they're making some money somewhere.
For sure. Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, yeah. But yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you dropping that too. Research. I mean, you're perfect for that. And you definitely spread that awareness to new shit. And, you bring that light to the community.
Hey, I'm going to take like 10 seconds of your time real quick, or the community's time. So I haven't actually said hello to Erica with a voice yet, but we probably
Hi.
communicate about 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times a week. What's up,
Yeah.
Erica?
What's up? I know I had to check on you because man, it was like a week. I mean, I was busy. I'm pretty sure you were busy, so I was like, man, let me see what he is up to. But yeah, nice to meet you, Corey.
Same, Erica. And I see Tyson too, bro. I'm going to get some of those plate things once you get them together, man.
You got it. Just let me know.
All right, we'll do.
Yeah, and you guys, obviously, this is y'all's, especially if you're a student, right? Erica, you're frozen on my end. So was she frozen on yours, Corey, or only mine?
Can you not see me?
Yeah, your picture dropped like once you came up.
Just frozen.
Yeah, you're
It's
frozen.
black to me.
But can you hear me?
I can hear you though.
Okay. Well, y'all don't need to know what I look like. Y'all can hear me. That's fine.
Now we have to see you. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we got at the end of the day, that like I said, when y'all move forward with this, right, and y'all become a part of this community, this family, right? You network, you got a brand, you got stuff now. Now you have assets that people might come to Tampa and need a ride. I mean, I just posted two. Some of them about to. I be posting my cars when they're done. I don't want them. I'm busy doing this. I'm making sure that this is growing. This brand is going. Y'all want the cars? I'm not making no money on no cars, right? All I need is the payment. That is it. I don't care to make extra money. So, and that's what this is for. If you got businesses, you're trusted. If you move forward with us, you're trustworthy. If I see Leo or Corey or Tyson throw up a post about a business that they got or some new thing that they did, I'm not gonna ban it and kick them out. No, because I trust you guys because you guys are vetted in this community. All of you may have other businesses. Talk about it. Put it out there. And that's what this is for. I mean, this is obviously a community that spends money and wants to invest in themselves because all of you. I mean, everybody on this call has moved. There's nobody on this call that hasn't moved forward. There's people that come to these calls that aren't students yet. You guys are students. So definitely put it out there. You was about to say something, Corey? I saw you come off earlier.
Yeah, I was, but I can't. Like my brain's fucking spinning right now. I got too much shit going on, bro. I already forgot my train of thought.
I was talking about some cars. I was talking about
Oh
cars.
yeah. That's what it was. The Telluride. 1150 a month on that damn thing.
Did I put 1150?
I think so. Because hey, my old lady's in the market for her own vehicle. Look, we can talk offline, but if you want to sell it outright, we might have something for you.
Yeah, I want to make sure if it was let me see. Did you see that one from the community or from Instagram? I tell Instagram different shit.
I think it's the one you posted.
I'll check on it. It might not be.
No, I think that's on Facebook. He did it like a rental, but then he also did like if you want to take it over. There was two of them. There was one that was a lower and then one if it's like private, I guess. But yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, if it's in the community, it's not gonna be. Yeah, so in the community it's 975. I'm gonna give you because that's what I paid. That's the price. It's 975 a month. But if I put it on Instagram and Facebook, I'm trying to make money. I don't care about them like I care about y'all, you know. So yeah, anything in the community is gonna be the play. Actual stuff, actual notes. There's no need for me to make money off of my community members. We're trying to make money together. I'm not trying to take money. But yeah, Instagram, don't even. I want somebody to pay me fucking $1,500 a month for it. You know what I mean? Because your credit is bad. You can't go get a car, and you don't want to invest in me to fix your credit. So if you want a car, you can give me $1,500 a month, and I'll double up on my payment. That's what all of you guys should be and girls should be doing. You should be. You don't always show everybody love, right? Like, you know what I mean? Because people can take advantage of you. But yeah, we'll talk offline about it, Corey. I got it coming here. It's shipping. The dude from Vegas, he's picking it up. I think tomorrow, and it'll be here in Tampa by Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, that Telluride is hot.
It's a bad mother, bro. I liked it when I got it, bro. I liked it when I got it, but then I had got so many cars. I was like, man, I don't even know what I like at this point. I'm driving my I'm off the. I mean, I'm not doing anything. Those Hellcat 300s are still out there, but I got one of my Teslas back. And until somebody picks that up, I just been driving around in my Tesla, bro. Because if you buy a Tesla, bro, get the full Tesla. Don't get. So it does everything. I got the full driving capability. Like it turns, it puts blinkers on, it stops at stop signs, red lights. You know what I mean? It does everything. That's the only. If you buy a Tesla, buy the real one. But you buy the package, it's like 15K, 15,000 to upgrade. But I be sitting back, bro. I'm like, take me to where I gotta go. I touch the steering wheel every now and then, and I'm back chilling. You know what I mean? Like
driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, chaperone, bro. I got a chauffeur. Yeah, but yeah, that I don't be caring about them cars. But if you do, we'll talk about it, Corey, because it's coming. Let me see. If you trade in, is this where gap insurance helps if underwater? No, gap insurance only helps if you wreck the vehicle. So if you're getting a car accident and the car's depreciated and you owe $40,000 on the loan, but you've only paid $30,000, gap covers that $10,000. That way you can break even on the car. You're not gonna make no money. The dealer's not going to make no money. You're just going to be a break even. So that's what the most important thing about gap is. That's why you always need gap, because a car depreciates. The minute you drive that bitch off the lot, you done lost your money, right? Think of it that way. That's why we turn them into assets. Because if it's already a depreciating asset, I mean, I'd rather somebody else pay for it than me. I don't want to pay for it. Then when you got the gap, it protects you for those type of shortcomings. You know, things are gonna happen, bro. If you're a student, things are gonna happen. Erica's already had something. She's already had an incident, right? Like
I already had a freaking incident.
Yeah. So you gotta, but resilient. She a business owner. Boom, shook it back, did her thing. Hey, I got this. Boom, boom, boom. Worked it with the client, kept Turo out the way. Then she went, okay, well, damn. If I know this guy charges me this, he probably ain't gonna charge me nothing crazy if I have a real bad accident. And I'll just put that bitch on the 90 plan. And if you total it out and I only pay $2,500 for a totaled out car, cool. But if I got fender benders, I know old dude down the road gonna fix it for $300. I'm gonna keep it on 90 and never use the insurance. You don't have to use the insurance.
Yep.
You got to do everything from a standpoint of trying to make profits. That's how you guys need to think. Think about profits and income and how can you make more money. It's not personal no more. I need full coverage and I'm carrying more than the state minimums. No, carry the state minimums. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do. You're trying to be profitable. It doesn't matter. When you have an accident, insurances are going to be exchanged. Somebody's going to pay and there's going to be a deductible. Name an accident that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Even on hit and runs, you got to still use your insurance no matter what, unless you want to drive a trash car. So You might as well do everything from a profitable standpoint of how you can make more money. How can you, that's the way I always look at it, bro. I'm trying to always bills. I preach that bills come in a 30-day cycle, bro. What is your bills in 30 days? How can you make what all your bills are in 30 days? That's the way I look at it. I look at everything like that. If my bills are $42,000 a month, I need to go create $42,000 a month to live life how I want to live it. Anything extra, I'm having fun with. But that's the minimum. I gotta make that. I gotta make 42K or whatever it may be, right? So I want you guys to think on that aspect of things. Only keep money in your bank account, your checking account. Only keep bill money in there. Put everything else on your credit cards. Keep your credit cards good. That's what you don't make money sitting in your bank account. You don't make money sitting in your savings account unless you got some high yield savings from like Fidelity. Other than that, you don't make no money, but you'll make money on that credit card because your credit gonna be good. You're gonna get reward points. You're gonna get all kind of cash back. Your bank account ain't doing that. I got Navy Fed don't even do that, and they're a fire ass bank. I got another fire credit union back home. They don't even do that. So you got to think of it in that aspect. Credit helps you, and credit's what you need. I'll drain my bank account to zero. Well, not to zero. If my bill, like I said, if my bills are 42, I'm making sure 42 is in there. If I have 80,000 in there, the other, whatever it is, 28, whatever that is, whatever the math is, the other 20 grand is going on all my credit cards, paying them down. And then after all my credit cards are good, then I'm like, okay, well, if I got 10K left, let me put, a couple thousand in my Roth IRA, a couple thousand in my health savings account, a couple thousand into some stocks, and then a couple thousand in crypto. Like, that's how you're supposed to be living. That's how your money works for you. And Matt, well, he ain't even on here. He left. But Matt can tell you all about that. Matt, he's the guy when it comes to them stocks and stuff like that. We get growth stocks. We get growth stocks that we don't ever look at. We look at them 30 years from now when our Fidelity account's at $1 million. We don't look at it every day. We're not trying to, that's not the long-term goal. Health saving, you get your Roth IRA, put that 7K in there every single year so you ain't got to worry. It's tax deductible, and then you just invest, bro. All your extra money, you invest in stocks that are always Google ain't going nowhere. Meta's not going nowhere. They're taking over, bro. Tesla be up and down, but it's probably not going anywhere. Apple's definitely not going anywhere. Microsoft is not going anywhere. Amazon is not. They're going to be here forever. So that's what you invest in, and then you just don't even look at it, and then watch what your shit looks like 20 years from now. Your kid, everybody gonna be good. If you got young kids, do it now. Everybody gonna be good. We got a health savings account. We don't pay for health insurance. I pay for my own shit. I'm not paying 80, 90, 100, $200 a month for health insurance. I put 5,000 in my health savings account with Fidelity, and I got growth stocks that I purchased in that health savings account. So guess what? When my wife goes use $200, $300 for birth control, whatever, she shoots down to, now my health savings account is $4,700, but Microsoft and Google was up 400. I'm back at 5,100 now, and I spent the money. You get what I'm saying? So you keep making money. That's what it's about. That's all the game. That's the games. That's deep game shit. Like that's shit you just should be knowing and should be doing. But I don't fault anybody who's not doing it and don't know it because we're not taught this. And if you don't go seek it and you don't go pay for it, you'll never learn. I pay for everything. I pay for everything I know, everything I learn. I pay for all that shit. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's how you become. We want to be wealthy. We don't want to be rich. We want to be wealthy. Everybody rich and be wealthy. That was a spiel. Sorry.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Hey, you're guy with the luxury vehicles in Vegas, and I think you said you had one in Miami one time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get cars from them, or you're only sending them your cars and they're giving you your cars back?
You talking about like, do I buy cars from them or do I buy?
Well, can you get some for your Turo? Let's say in Tampa, you wanted to get a vet from your guy in Vegas. He got one for you can have. Are you doing Are you interchanging cars with him, or you just have your stuff out there and he's giving them back to you?
No, it's a little bit of both. Like I have my stuff out there, and he gives them his contract. Really, with me is like you don't give it back. Like you pay it off, and that's your shit. Because if I'm done with it, I'm done with it. I don't want it at that point. I done made money off of it. I'm on to another one. So the contract goes that way. But if I tell him like, hey, I need a C8, send me a vet. If I pay for shipping, he'll send me a vet for sure. Like
Okay, that's what I mean.
anything with my like when we're talking about my like unless my own like Huracans and Evo and then like Urises, those are fine, but I won't be able to hit my guy up in Miami like, hey, send me the Lambo because he making money. He's not gonna do that, you know. So it's normal to just be I'll be kind of logical with them, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy who's like extra, like, hey, send me the car that makes the most money that you have. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, it's kind of fucked up.
Right. Well, I spoke with Ty on his last live about some advertising stuff for Kansas City and what I'm trying to do here. And I'd like to have maybe somebody on call. I can say, hey, I need that G Wagon here. I got a lot of stuff in the works going on, while I'm waiting on funding. So
Yeah.
just
No,
trying to get ducks in a row and all that stuff. So.
and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. A lot of people don't do that, right? They don't even. You
Yeah, but
got to have a game plan, bro. You got to have a game plan and know exactly. First, you got to take the risk, and then you got to have a game plan. Like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, and then you go try it, and then you adjust after your game plan either works or doesn't work. You adjust to make it work. When it doesn't work, you don't give up. You like, okay, well, I'm gonna run it this way, and I'm gonna just run it this way. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah, that's why with those high ends, I'm thinking of maybe seeing somebody want to rent them to me, and then I'll rent them out. Try that first.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that'd
okay.
be fire though. I can plug you. I got to play on it for sure.
Okay, cool. I'll get with you on it. I've still been trying to catch up with you and Kane. I know everybody's busy, and hell, now I'm working like a dog on these trains again. So
Damn. Hey, that's a
I
good
just
look.
got off. That's why I was late. I just got off and got to my truck right now. So
Damn, well, I appreciate your shit. That's your activeness, my boy. He like
well,
shit.
that's a pain in the ass. It's getting on my nerves, but I'm dealing with it.
Hell yeah.
Yo, I just want to jump in. Kenny, you in Miami?
No, I lived in Florida for a while, so I know the area, and I
Okay,
got
okay,
a yeah. I was in Tampa and Orlando area. I wasn't in Miami.
okay, okay.
Miami just gets you in trouble, so I stayed away from there as much as possible.
Yeah, you gotta watch yourself out in these streets out here.
Yeah, man, I partied too hard. When I was going to Miami, I was in my 20s. I ain't in my 20s no more, so I stay away from there.
All right, no, that's what's up. Yo, Trev, you gotta hook me up with somebody in Miami so I can start getting some stuff popping.
You need some what you need? You need network, you
Uh,
need cars, what you need?
yeah, networking. I want to try to, while I'm getting my fund and stuff popping off, I want to get, start networking with some people and get some stuff moving down here.
Well shit, when I get that, well, obviously it's early now, but in July you already there, so you got to come to the link up because I'm flying my top 3 students out there. We gonna do the Miami thing and an all inclusive dinner and trip and rooms comped and stuff like that for my leaderboard winners. But yeah, 100%, bro. You gotta text me. You gotta text
Okay,
me for sure. We can make some shit happen though.
definitely.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
I got about time for I think I got time for about one more question because I do have actually I gotta go network at 7:45. I gotta meet a group of high powered individuals at a restaurant. But nah, they're not. They just want to become they want to jump on, but they gotta know they pay me for they pay me for obviously for my time. So they're like, man, at least here I'll pay you this. I know you got stuff going on, but I'm interested and it's super hard to get a hold of you. So if I send you this, will you pull up? And I'm like, bro, I got a class. They wanted to do it at 6:30. I was like, I can't, bro. If this happens, it's got to happen at 7:45 because I got my students are priority, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck how much you pay me. My students are priority.
So fun question for you. So you were talking about your top 3 and this is like totally, I mean, I think it's random, but it's whatever. Are you taking the top 3 from overall or like the top 3 from the last 30 days? Like, where are you going? And then you said that, like, maybe in December, if the top 3 are the same, that you were going to go with like the next 3. So are you going with, again, like, are you going the top 3 from the overall, or what you doing?
Yeah, so the ones that get the trip are from the overall leaderboard. Sometimes I know that gap that they created just from being so active and doing what they're supposed to do is hard to touch. But the more you grind it out, you're gonna get there. But yeah, so the first trip will be on the all time, right? It'll be the top 3, right? And then after that, if those same top 3 are at the top 3 for the next trip, which is usually 6 months, like it'll be December time frame, I have to go with the next 3 because I can't just keep giving it, because that gap is already there and it'll be unfair. You get what I'm saying? So I have to go to the next 3 and I'll kind of keep doing it that way. But for the 30-day leaderboard, we do give rewards out for the 30-day leaderboard. We just haven't came up with a system on it, but it'll be like, we haven't really came up with a system on it. It might be like you get free ads ran for you. We're gonna set up you a social media ad for your business. We're gonna run it. It might be free credit. Hey, now you get a swipe. You get a free credit, a wipe, and that's super quick process. We can only do 1 bureau, and it takes some time, but we could like a credit swipe of 1 bureau. It could be merchandise. It could be whatever, but we will have stuff for the 30-day as well.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but like I said, I appreciate all of you. And I'm sorry to be, I usually like to go over every time I come and speak. But I do got to get to that. If you guys have any questions or need anything, let me know. Corey, I will let you know about that Telluride when it gets here. I do want to, obviously, I need to check the condition, make sure I run it through maintenance, make sure all that stuff is solid. There was somebody who wanted to start Turo out here, and she was interested in that car. She's my barber, so. But I have more, I have more coming. Like some contracts are starting to end, and they're not showing signs of renewing that car. They're either trying to get a new car or they've already been able to stack up enough money to get their own. But we can make plays, bro. If you ain't got to worry about the debt, that's how when people are capped out, that's what they usually do. They're like, shit, send me some cars. Christopher Presley, he's capped out on cars. He got like 7. So he's like, hey, send me some cars. So that's kind of how it goes. You need some shit. If I got it, I make it happen. You got to tell me where your budget's at, where you want to, hey, I don't want to be no more than this. And then we go from there.
I'm good, bro. That wasn't really for even Toro or fucking whatever use, man. That was my old lady's in the market for a car. She was looking at Tellurides, and I seen you put that out there. And
oh yeah,
I bet you this thing's nice.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's the. I think they got 4 bases. The top is the Prestige. I got the one right under the top, so it's fully. It's fire. It's a badass car. That was the first one. That was my most booked vehicle. I think in 1 year that shit made like. Because I had it on there for a full year. It started literally January is when I bought cars in December and started in January. And that Telluride alone made like 27,000. It was a banger. And in my market where I was running it at like $80 a day. Went crazy. Yeah, but man, I appreciate all y'all, man. Much love. Appreciate everyone for the support and being active. And all those of you who moved forward with us and really took that leap of faith. I appreciate all of you guys. If y'all have any questions, concerns, or anything, please don't hesitate to let us know. Hit us in our Discord. At some point, obviously, we will answer, right? I have a lot of students. Just because they don't come to these live calls, they're not at that level to be on the live calls yet, right? Or they didn't get that in their packages, right? But I have a lot of students, man. So it is pretty busy. I'm only one me, and sometimes a lot of the others don't know what I know about the business or the framework, right? So, but I guarantee if you hit me in the Discord with a tag, if you hit me in the text or email, if you do all of them, you're definitely going to get in touch with me. Discord is priority though. If you hit me there and I don't respond right away, I will respond. I will respond. But yeah, like I said, much love, much blessings, peace. I hope all of you have very much success. And if y'all need anything, let me know.
Hey, I like that new backdrop too.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
Word.
Good luck.
Have a good one.
As always, bro.
For sure.
Peace.